everyone, welcome to Thoughts and Treasures. It's Connie. How is everybody doing tonight? Welcome into my craft room. Come on in, let's get crafty. I hopefully have a cute craft for you. I don't know, I don't plan things. I'm not a planner. The only thing I did kind of think about something and I don't know where I'm going with from here, so we're going to try to figure it out. I went over to my little wood stash over there and I found this little block. I don't even know how tall it is, but hold on. Oh, there's a tape measure right here. 7 inches. 7 inches, and it's a stud. Look, it says stud right on it. It is a 2x4, I assume that's what it's called. But it's just you can pick these up at Lowe's, anywhere. They have them super cheap. You can cut them down into pieces, but anyway. I had this sitting over there. I might have used it for something else, and this was but anyway, that's what scrap wood is good for. We're going to paint this little guy up. Now, I did, like I said, I don't usually pre-think about things, but of course I do to a certain extent. Everybody does. I did cut out on my Cricut this little bunny face. Now, again, if you don't have the bunny face, you can draw one on. You can do whatever you want. So he's got his little nose here. I don't know which way his nose is going to go. I think I'm going to put it down. Yeah, don't go up. Why would it go up? But I did want to show you, because I did leave it unweeded. And I wanted to show you real quick before I paint that, how you can do that if you are not, maybe. Ruh-roh. Well, we may not be showing you. Hold on. Alright, I think this is a weeding tool. I'm just going to show you how it can be done, how you can weed it out. You want to be careful. Just make sure that you leave everything that is supposed to be there back. This is very, very sticky. And then you just end up with your pieces. Now there's still stuff that needs to be weeded out, like his little teethers. And you're gonna, with this, you want to have nice lighting. I always go from an angle. People use those light boxes. I don't feel that the light underneath of it helps the light over top of you. So when you're sitting here, this is the worst lighting, because all of the light is coming at me instead of down towards me. So that's why I have to look at an angle to find out where these pieces are. And this is not a pen that I'm using. This is an actual weeding pen. You definitely want something hard underneath of you. We're not making two. I'm just showing you. This is not my favorite weeding pen. See, I can't see his little eye. Alright. But we got it. It's all, ouch! Crafter injury 3,173. Now I gotta get it off of me. And then you can just simply have your image. Oh, I do need to get a piece of thing for that, but we'll get to that. So, and I do have these little bunny ears. I sat over there and I was like, again, my thought is to take these ears off and use them for ears on my bunny. And I was like, oh, how am I going to take them off? Well, I just simply went, I was like, oh, well, that came off pretty easy. So I am going to cut the rest, but I really didn't think that. I thought it was going to be more difficult to take these ears off. So if you get these for headbands, you just be careful, because they just, simply, that's all I did. I didn't even put pressure to it. So what, gosh, I still got all the black things on me. Good gracious. Get off, get off, get off. They stick to you. So I'm going to cut the rest off, but we're going to use these for my little bunny up here. I mean, if you want to put the whole thing on there, it's just that. But I'm going to use these ears. But I was like, well, I'm going to have to get some seam ripper out, all that. No, they just broke right off. I'm like, okay, that works. So again, I don't even think about that ahead of time. Well, I kind of did. So I don't want to lie to you. I kind of thought that, I wonder what I'm going to have to do. And then I accidentally, I was like, well, I guess I don't have to do anything then. So, but I am going to put a nice white coating all over my block. And I am going to use this Waverly chalk paint for that. Is it going to be the best? You know, with this kind of wood, it is very rustic, very it's got all the little marks in there. You're not going to have a nice. If you want a nice piece of wood, you better pick something up that's really, really good, and it's going to be a little more expensive. So I'm okay with this being the way it's going to turn out. It's going to be more dented and everything else. So if you want to turn this little bunny into something rustic and rough him up, I'm not going to do that. But I don't care about this block being all, I mean, you could take the time to sand this down. Again, it's not worth all that to me because I like that look. Not that it's not worth it. I guess that was the wrong thing to say. Not that it's not worth it. It's not something that I'm gonna, I want it to be a little bit worn and weathered and make it look, but I'm not gonna dirty it up. Oh, Lord, Connie, get with the words tonight, okay? All right, I will. So I hope you guys all had an amazing day. And if you guys are new to me, I want to say welcome in. You know, we don't ever know when these videos are going to be hitting somebody that, I shouldn't say that word. See, these words are not coming to me tonight. I don't know whether you'll be seeing this, like, you know, this year, next year, 6 months from now, when it's not even close to Easter. It's okay. It's fine. We all see it when we see it. But I just want to welcome everybody in that is new. And we're going to try to make a bunny tonight. That's the goal here. So I am going to, first of all, get this paint off my fingers. I'm going to get this off because I'm going to dry this, and this Waverly chalk paint does take a bit to get off of the silicone ring. So I'm going to get it off now before, and yes, I am doing the top and the bottom. I may even go back over this with another coat. I chose to use the Waverly tonight because it's thicker, and I didn't want to have to do 16, 17, 18 coats of this to get it to where I want it to be. So are you guys getting ready for Easter? Decorating for Easter? I mean, we're almost at the end of March here. Whew. I'm not sure where March went to. It's gone. April's coming. When is it this year? 23rd? 22nd? 20th? Somewhere. I'll ask the computer in a second. Or you guys can tell me in the comments. When is Easter this year? Because honestly, right now, I do not know. Put my finger all in the wetness. So now, I did cut the face out on my Cricut. Again, if you don't have a Cricut, you could draw it on. You could, I know they've probably got some rub-on transfers. I'm sure there's got to be something out there. So the only thing with the rub-on transfers and what I like about the Cricut versus anything else is the point of you can size it to what you need. So like I said, I went over there, I went in my bin, I found this block, I said, okay, let's make it the bunny that I want, and you know, then I went up to my Cricut and I found a bunny face to simply put on it, and I sized it to what I needed to size it to fit on here. That is what I like about the Cricut. I very much enjoy it. I'm not an artist. If I drew a bunny face, it'd probably take me about 3 hours. I could do it, but I would need to see something, and then I would replicate it and I don't think you want to watch me do it, and something that simple would take me probably about 3 hours to do. No, I'm kidding. All right, 2.5. But just keep it simple. If you just want to draw it on, you can draw it on. Get that dry. And see, even with this, I only think it needs one coat. I mean, I did go over little spots of it. I got paint all over my fingers. Again, I am not the English painter. That's why you'll never see me down here with fancy clothes on. I don't like, first of all, I'm not a fancy clothes person. But I know I will ruin them. And here's the thing with the Cricut. You do, because we're going to be using the vinyl, not with the Cricut, with the vinyl, you want to make sure that your project is completely dry before adhering the vinyl to it. If it's any sort of wet to it, you're going to put the paint on the back of the vinyl and that's it. So you do want to make sure that your project is completely dry, especially the part where you're going to put your image onto it. I mean, if the other part's wet, that's no big deal. It just get all over you. Alright, let's get this bottom part done. I think I'm going to give her, because I'm using pink, so I'm going to give her a little bow. We can put some greenery on her. I don't know, I'm just sitting here thinking about like what I want to do now. Thank goodness I craft in my craft room. So if I do need to go get something, well, I have a lot of it near me. For the most part. I think, oh, I missed a spot there. And of course I stuck it in the water already. Now let's try that. Alright, now I want to get it completely dry, so good thing for this being a video, you can skip forward through this, and I am going to get this completely dry. I do no editing on my videos, so it is just like watching me live, and the good thing is you can fast forward right through it. But like I said, I need to make sure that it's completely dry. So when I put the vinyl on, I want to make sure every bit of this I'm not going to do any sanding on this. I'm going to leave it all rough and rustic. Rough and rustic. R&R. Rough and rustic. Yeah, R&R. I thought that's supposed to be rest and relaxation, but yeah, that's what it is. So I do see this part right here. Fingers all. I see this part like right here is really bad. You can see that. So I think I'm going to use this side as my face part. Let me put this away before it falls everywhere. Let me see if I have. My little doggy sound asleep under here. Alright. I think that should be big enough. That should be. I keep a little bin of scrap pieces because, well, you don't want to throw this away. So, when you guys do vinyl, you have your vinyl, you have your transfer sheet. This is going to be, well, this is wood. You can attach vinyl to wood, glass, canvas, metal, plastic, cardboard, you name it, cars, windows, glass. I'm trying to think what else. I never, and I suggest you get in the habit, don't ever do this. Maybe that's why I don't use the lines. I always have this lay flat because this is sticky. It can fall. If it falls, it's going to hold on, or it could grab your vinyl. So in that case, it could peel up and then your vinyl's all mismatched and not in part. So I always lay it down and then I put my image down onto it. Okay? I don't ever use, and I won't say ever, I seldom use the little scraper thingies. I just simply, that's all you need to do. It's not really as, it's your, if you cannot get your vinyl to stick to your transfer tape, it is either A, your transfer tape, or B, your vinyl. It is not the amount of scraping you do. The other thing that I suggest is never do this. Never pull your vinyl, your transfer sheet off of the backer. Always, always, always flip it over and remove your, and again, you saw how much I scraped. All I did was this. You always remove your backer, pulling close to your image. Don't pull up here and just slowly back it off. So if you see anything sticking, you can automatically stop. But so far, nothing's sticking. And you saw that I hardly ever even scraped on it or did anything. Now I am going to just fit this on here and see where I want to put this. I think I'm going to put it like right about here. You know, I could put something around the bottom. If I put him up here, I think that's what I'll do. See, I didn't think of this about this ahead of time, but I put like a little ribbon or something around the bottom. Yeah, let's do it. Again, I know nothing. So we're just going to put this on. Because I don't want the face so far down, but I do want to put a bow at the top. Maybe I'll go down a little bit. Ah, don't move. Don't move! I'm going to place it about there, and I might put a little something around the bottom. I don't know what yet, though. We'll think about it. So again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just rubbing down the vinyl. I don't have to be all aggressive with it. I'm telling you, if the vinyl doesn't stick to what you want it to stick to, it is not the amount of time you scrape on it. I have been doing this for so long. I own them. I don't use them. I just simply use my finger. So if I lift this up and the vinyl sticks to my transfer sheet, like it's not even sticking to the wood, that means my transfer sheet is way too sticky. There are different types of transfer sheets out there. This one I get from Amazon. I have it linked in my Amazon store. If you're interested in knowing more about that, I can give you the link, or you can go to thoughtsandtreasures.com, look at my link tree, and it's right there. You can always use my link tree or my Amazon store to purchase, and you don't have to buy what's in my store. However, if you have it to the point where your vinyl is not even sticking to what your transfer sheet is too sticky. So I'm just going to do the same thing. Going to hold close down. Don't ever go fast. Go slow. This is not meant to be a fast project. When you do anything, look, see now, even those little dots, you saw I just rubbed. I did not sit here and scrape and scrape and scrape and burnish and whatever you want to call that stuff. I just simply rubbed on it a little bit and blam. And now, just because I'm off the vinyl, I'm still going slow because this can peel up your paint. And I don't want to go, I mean, I can go back and repaint it, but I don't want to. So just go slowly. And then you can reuse this because it's still sticky. And we're going to use it for his nose. So let me get that over here. So I'm just going to stick this down again. I know I tell you for bigger pieces, yes. For this, I'm just going to stick it down. But again, I'm going to put it on its back, and I'm going to pull the carrier sheet off. And then we're just going to give him a little nose. Now again, we're on here with his nose. Cuteness. Do not just rip it off because some of the vinyl could come up with your carrier sheet. You want to again go slowly. Make sure nothing comes up. Do not ever rip it off like a band-aid. Slow. And then you can keep that for later or whatever. There's our little bunny face. See, simple as that. If you cannot draw, this is it. And if you guys are, you know, needing something like this, you can more than message me. And this is stuff that I do sell, so just let me know. I can size it to whatever project you have. If you're doing a big old yard, I mean, well, to an extent, because the Cricut only goes so big. But yeah, just like that, just a simple little thing. Now we're going to get into the little ears on him that I, well, you know, broke. So I'm just going to cut these off. I don't know what happened with this. Oh, here, let me use these. Let's try these. We're gonna see how we can get these little. Oh, you're gonna get cut off here. I mean, I'm gonna glue this together. I want to use everything I can on this. I want to keep the little stick in there, the little, you know, let's see if I can do this without cutting my finger off. I do have my glue tool going, so I'm going to get rid of this little chunky piece here. I'm just hoping that this stuff will not I'm gonna put a Lord, I'm playing with the glue. Hold on. So this one I cut a little bit different than this one. Again, no biggie, because this will be the back, but I'm gonna kind of gather this in a little bit. Together here a little bit. I mean, I'm not worried so much what this is going to look like because we're going to hide it. It'll all be hidden. So we just have a little ear like that. The main part is you want to see this part here. And again, that's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We got 2 ears now. I'm going to cut this so it's straight. Get some of this pink stuff here going. Yeah, hold on, let me let that dry a second. I'm just going to glue them up on top like this. And I glue them towards the back a little bit, only because here in the front I'm going to put the bow. But I think before I glue them on, I'm going to make the bow to see where I want to set it. I hate to glue something and then, you know, decide, ooh, I don't like it there, and then you have to take it off, and then it's so much easier to make the bow. So I'm going to decide what I'm going to make this bow with. I kind of like this ribbon. I think I'm going to go with this ribbon. I'm just going to do a plain bow. Maybe, wait a minute. Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe what I'll do, let me see, let's see. It's kind of big. Well, yeah, it would work. Or I could, let me see. I'm deciding whether I want to do this at the bottom. I don't know if I like that. We might put something else at the bottom. Alright, I think I'm going to just use this little guy. Maybe I should use it with the purple. Look, as it tells you, I all kind of full of the... Yeah, I think I'm going to use both of these. Alright, see, decisions made. Stick that over to the side a second. I'm going to lift this up because I'm going to use this for making the bow. I do have some raffia. I do want to use some of that. Don't be judging. Don't be judging. Alright. Now, again, you can always cut the bow down. So I don't know what size I'm going to make it. So we're going to start with this. If it's too small, we'll make another one. If it's too big, then we'll cut it down. By the time you scrunch everything together, you cut the ends off, you know, it does get a little bit smaller. Yeah, I think that looks pretty together. I like that purple with that. And we might end up running that around the bottom. To bring in the purple some. Or that down there for now. So I am gonna V the ends. I don't know, ducktail, dovetail, pigeon tail, all that good stuff. Cause I like that look, and I like to do it first. Some people do it after, and again, I might cut this bow down some, but at least I'll have the start to where I want it. You can use a bow dabber to do this if you don't feel comfortable making a bow. It all works the same. I have one. I'm just so used to making them this way that I don't know. I just do the crisscross applesauce. I don't like the way they crisscross. And then we're going to take our little raffia pieces. Get them all. Fold them in half. Let's get them all. Hold on. Fold them in half. And I'll cut these down at the end too. This is actually a Dollar Tree hula skirt. I always use this. If I had to use the real raffia, I probably would not use it. I don't like the real raffia, but I do like the raffia look. Some people only prefer it for the fall things. That's fine. To each their own. And I'm just going to scrunch and bunch. Very slowly gather this to the center. I guess I should have got the twine out first, huh? Yikes. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Just scrunch it and bunch it. Then we're going to take this twine and just simply oop, it always does that. It's okay. Get the first one as tight as you can. Just need a little bit there. Wrap it a couple times. And then, that's why I said some people feel more comfortable using the Bodabra. If it works for you, tie it. I'm just so used to making them this way that I just feel more comfortable. You do what is comfortable for you. And I'm just going to cut the ends off. And I picked the silicone mat up just because you cannot slide it easy on the silicone. But see, it's a pretty little bow. Now I am going to cut some of this raffia down. Wire ribbon, if you guys are if you guys are not really good at making bows, wired ribbon is everybody's lifesaver. Besides these one piece, I think I'm gonna cut this one down just a tiny bit. I think it's a pretty good size bow. Because you can just fluff and puff, and I mean, the wire ribbon just makes everything so much nicer. You got a pretty little bow. So, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to see how I want to sit it up here. Whew. And I think I want to put it right there. That one's too long. I'm seeing how uneven it is now that it's on there. That's okay, you can cut a little bit off at a time. Yeah, I think that's going to be cute. Stick that there. Let me see if I can hold this up for y'all first. Oh, that's going to be so cute. All right. But now I got to decide, before I do all that, if I want to put the thing around the bottom. It's going to be just trying to think. It's almost like it's too big. But if I cut it down, if I cut this, I guarantee it's going to kind of shred, and I don't know if I like that. I'm not sure if I like that idea. We might either just do this. Not liking that too much. It's not. We may just put some greenery and some flowers at the bottom. I think that's what I might do. I just think it's too big. If it was half the size, and if I broke it down, it probably wouldn't stay there. So I think maybe just a little flower at the bottom would probably be cool. So I'm going to stick these up here. I want to put that right there. Should I put my bow on first? Let's see. I'm going to put my bow right there. I'll put that on first. And I'm going to hold that until it dries. So, but anyway, if you guys have any questions about this, you are more than welcome to put them in the comments. It's kind of an awkward moment. I gotta let this dry because I don't want it to fall off. I might just put some little flowers at the bottom. I think that might be cute with some little greenery. Just not, I mean, if I had a smaller purple, it would probably look awesome around the bottom. But I'm not liking the thickness of it. Again, that's part of not planning a project that you have to put up with, but you know, it's okay. It's not that I don't like it, it's just you have to find a different way. Just completely. Aww. Aww. See where my ears are going to go. Maybe right about there. So I'm just going to put a ton of glue. I'm going to hold a second. Till it dries. Or one ear. This is so cute. My glue seems like it takes forever to dry, probably because it's so hot. so cute. Perfect. Perfecto. Alright, now I'm going to get... I always have a stash. I'm talking a humongous stash of flowers that are just the tops. Because I use them a lot. Now I'm going to lay her down. It's going to decide what I'm going to put there. See, I might do a little purple flower. I don't know. Let's just see. No, I don't like that. I like the white flower there. Oh, this is pretty. No, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. Let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. And that would be pretty at the bottom. Let's see. Ooh. No, I don't like that. It's too. Ooh, 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 ooh. See, that's too light for me. But that's not too bad. Hold on. Again, this is part of my charm. I still need a thing for the top. Put that down. Okay, maybe we'll do that. Let me see. Let me see. I can put the lid on this because if this thing falls, we're in trouble. Right. Let me see what we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna put this one there. And if I use the same colored flower, yeah, I think that's pretty. At the bottom, the opposite. I think if we put the same colored flower at the bottom, with pull these off. That kind of looks pretty. Oh, drop the flower. Not sure if I'm liking that flower. We need something different. Maybe something not so big. What if we see, I only think it needs one little flower at the bottom. It's gonna fall out. There's already things falling already, see? I knew it. Let me get rid of this little thing. Put that there. Well, we're gonna do it. I think I might be overthinking it. Maybe if we, because I might do too much greenery. Well, let's just try it and see what it looks like. Thing about crafting is you keep trying until you like what you like, till you think it looks good. Sometimes I can overthink things, and this may be overdoing it, but we're going to try it and see. I kind of like it with both the greens. So you know what? We're going to do both greens on. Let's see if I can just get them to lay flat. See if I like it first. I think I kind of like it like that. All right, so we're going to do that. Without getting my fingers. Here's my little hoochie bob. Kind of looks like, you know what I could put there is a carrot. By gosh darn golly, do I have any? Haha! See? Get some greenery there. You know what? This stuff always reminds me of carrot leaves, the carrot tops. That's what kind of made me think about a carrot. Yeah, strings. Let that dry a second. See, no more flowers. And then we can just put a carrot right there. Perfect. Trying to let that dry a second, so a little greenery, and then we can put a carrot right there. Perfect. That is the perfect touch. Some greenery and some carrot right there. Holding it till it's done. Now I might go back and just snip some of these. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Just gonna snip some of this off here. going to come down too far. Let's go back in, put these in here. It's a little bare. Put this up here. A little tiny bit of bareness there. There we go. Oh, she's so cute. Perfect. I love the greenery down there. But there you go, guys. So just a little simple little, well, the ears came from Dollar Tree. Just a little simple, what you might have in your craft room stash, and making little Easter decor sitter. I hope you guys, thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it, as always, and I hope this inspired you. Maybe you could come up with something a little bit different. I absolutely love the way it turned out. Again, these ears pop right off from those little headbands. Just a great way to use them. But I do want to say thank you again for being here with me. I appreciate it. And you all have an amazing rest of your day. Remember, guys, thoughts become things, things become treasures. I appreciate y'all, and thank you for watching. Till next time, have a great one. Bye, guys.